Good morning, traders. This is going to be a live trade recap video. I took two trades a little bit after the market opened. I woke up early this morning and watched the pre-market for a while. There was nothing. I wasn't up at 4 a.m. I didn't have any settled funds to trade at that time, so I was up around 6. And then I went back to sleep after about a half an hour, and then woke up late around 9:49. And then I opened up Webull, and right away I saw one of my favorite patterns, which is the ABCD pattern. And I do kind of prefer to buy the first pullback, which that actually would have been tricky here because I might have bought for the break of this candle, and then I would have been stopped out, although I probably would have gotten in for the second one. But anyway, so here is it looks like that same exact thing happened again too, where it pops up above the 1 minute candle. So that's tricky to trade when it does that. So maybe I got a little bit lucky here that I opened up when I did, because it made like a nice complete pullback. And then my entry was for the break of this candle, and I got in just a hair late. So I wanted to get in at 718, but you see what happened there is it started running up, and I hit my buy button, and I got in 721. So 3 cents above where I wanted to, but that's not that bad. I mean, if the stock really is a mover, if it's really strong, then 3 cent slippage isn't going to matter. Now I'm trying to figure out like the 2R thing here, and I'm also kind of like second guessing it, which I shouldn't be doing. But because of everything, leading up to this point that I got up late, I already missed the open, and I'm like thinking, I don't know, should I be going to 2R here? But this is why I'm collecting data, because you want to see like would it have worked or not. So basically I put in a sell limit order to just get below this point of resistance, and you'll see what happened. I think I did pull it down a little bit too, because I got a little scared here when this thing started to come back down on my entry. I'll be honest, that's something I'm struggling with. There, I pull it down to like 746. Let's fast forward a little bit. So it looks like it's finally turning around, and then boom, look at that. I mean, I'll go back a little. It just shot up right through there. It went right to 772. Then it comes back, starts chopping around a little bit. So I got filled at 748. So that was pretty good. And then notice where it went right after that. It went to 783. Well, my actual calculated 2R was 777. So it went right to 777. I would have been filled at 2R and would have had a much bigger win than I had. But I made $1.33 off of that one. I'm not going to show you the account page yet because there's a second trade. I don't want to give it away. I probably just showed it on my spreadsheet though. Let's see. Is it on this video? Whoops. No. So I went back to CRIS and looked at it, but after this big red engulfing candle, and that it already had made the second pullback, I said, okay, that's enough of that one. It's probably going to be backside at that point. And it was. And then I'm looking around. I don't think I take another trade on this video. Yeah, I think LXRX was the one that I took the next trade on. Let's see if should be right here. Yeah, so the problem with this, I think this setup is good in and of itself, but this doesn't make it very good. I mean, this thing ran up real hard at the open. And, I guess like not really hard, really. It took 30, this was like a 30-cent move, and it took all those 1 minute candles to do it. So really maybe not as strong as I was thinking it was. And then my idea was, once I saw this big green engulfing bar, and then this smaller one that maybe a 3-bar play was forming, and it is essentially part of a new direction, because this is almost like a consolidation right here after a pullback. So I think it's a valid setup, except for that it came after this, so in a sense this stock is already extended. But I didn't let that extendedness stopped me, which I should have, looking back. So let's see. So yeah, at least I actually played a real 3-bar play where I waited till that second candle was broken. But 271 would have been the ideal entry. Like I hesitated there, I think. I don't know why, but I got really close to the ideal entry, which was 271. And then my stop loss would be 262. And then I quickly realized, since I have 14 shares, that if this thing hit that stop, I would give back all my gains from the previous trade. And you could argue that's because I didn't hold to 2R on that first trade. But anyway, I'm just telling you exactly what I was thinking, not to say that it was the right thing to be thinking. But yeah, so originally that was my stop, was when it breaks the low of this candle. So right now I'm sitting here thinking, okay, I'm going to probably have to stop out because it looks like it was going to break. And luckily, I mean, the only good thing I did here was that I didn't exit early because it never broke. It just hit that same exact level and then bounced off. So that was a good thing, because otherwise I would have given away, more profit than necessary. But yeah, this one was scary because I'm thinking about how extended it is, and this isn't really working out to a nice 3-bar play anymore. So basically, I think I'm at this point, I'm considering like this is a failed trade or a trade that I shouldn't have taken. So now I'm just trying to figure out a way to get out, without giving back too much. So I decide to sell half here. I hit the keys wrong. I had my finger on the space bar instead of the Alt key. I started trying to hit Alt Z, and I'm hitting space bar Z, and that's what that is. So I was going to take half off just to reduce my risk. And then, I probably should have just sold the rest right there when it came down and hit my my entry, but I hesitated a little bit. So I lost a tiny bit on that one. But at least I didn't give back, all my gains. Where's it at? Right here. Yeah, so I lost 21 cents on that trade, but I gained $1.33 on the first trade. And let's see. Both of those trades were, just under like $40, cost-wise. So like the first trade was a nice almost 3.7% return on investment. And then the last one was, sorry, I was just getting confused there for a second. Yeah, about 0.5% loss. And then once again, this should be green. If I would have just held to 2R on that first trade, even with that second trade being a loser, I would be in the green. I don't know if it was green enough to protect me if it stopped out. But, I mean, that second trade, like you see I put it in yellow, it wasn't very good because I said it was 3-bar play that was extended. And I want to be taking, like, perfect setups, not extended setups. And then notice here I put A, B, C, D, and then 2 in parentheses just to let me know that it was a second pullback, which is acceptable. But I just want to be keeping track of things like that. Was it the first pullback or the second pullback? So, luckily I had a green day today, even despite waking up late and missing a lot of good stuff. But I basically just went to my markets page, and I did check the pre-market gainers and to see, which, if any, popped up, and I organized it by volume. And CRIS was number 1, and it had a reasonable float size below 80 million. So I put that on my watch list right away. And the other one that I was watching in the pre-market was Neuro, but I got up. Sorry, in the pre-market, I didn't have any funds settled when it was really making its move. And then, at the open, it didn't really do much, although it did later, did this move. I guess this would have been tradable here. I probably would have traded that. And then it did this move, which this is actually a really great example. I was just watching a video last night of my favorite YouTube channel for trading, which is Live Traders. It's not a plug. I don't know the guy. I'm not friends with him or anything. But Jared Wesley, that guy, as far as I'm concerned, hands down best advice for traders, period. If you don't like his style of trading, it's probably because you're a gambler or something like that. I hate to say it, but that's the truth. So it was funny in the video that I watched last night, which I think was his latest or second to latest video, so you can check it out if you want to. He was saying that the safest entry, and the video wasn't even about this, it just kind of came up. He said the safest entry on the chart is the pullback after the breakout, right? So where's the breakout? The breakout is at this level. And then I guess you could argue, when I was looking at it, I was saying, well, is this the pullback here? You know, it's not very clean cut because it did break out. It broke out right here and then it pulled back. So when this pattern was forming, I was saying, well, there's one entry right there. And I think that's valid. I mean, I may have taken that entry. It's just not very clear because this is more like a consolidation than a pullback. But if you bought for the broke of this high, you could have caught a big chunk of that move. But really what I think, to his point, is the safest entry after a pullback. You know, maybe you're arguing that it's here, although he likes, you know, a 40 to 50% retracement. So that means that the retracement would have been around here, and it looks like it's more like 60, 65%. So what happened? What does that mean? That means that if it retraces further than 50%, it's not going to go back up as high. And that's pretty much exactly what this did. It didn't break out much higher than this level. But the entry that he argues is the safest entry in this example would be after the pullback, and that would be then for the breakout of this candle. And it easily did 2R because the range of this candle is 9 cents. So all you need is 18 cents above 436. So what is that? 446 and 8, 454. 454 is right here somewhere. So it easily got the 2R. And I could have used my gambler's button and wrote it a little bit more if I wanted to, although I probably would have got out at 457, so that wouldn't have helped too much. But anyway, I thought I would share that example with you because I was thinking about it when I saw this. But I already did my 2 trades for the day, so it wasn't worth, you know, FOMO trading this or anything like that. So the good news is I have, you know, plenty of funds settled to take 2 more trades in the aftermarket and 2 trades early in the pre-market tomorrow at 4 a.m. So you should definitely be seeing me later. I'm hoping that I can catch something good in the aftermarket, and I'll make a video about it, whether it works out or not. All right, guys, take care. Hope you're trading well, you're following your plan and trading your plan and trading your strategy. See you in the next one.